How are you today? America is in a dilemma. It is seeking leadership and it's very confused on which way to turn. The question that is being asked in the nomination for the Democratic Party is whether America will stay the same, or decide to change. Historically, America has not had to make this choice. It was a superpower and powerful enough to impose its will upon people. But today, that situation has changed. In my lifetime, I have seen Vietnam beat the United States. Yes, the United States withdrew and called it a victory. But just because you call a loss a victory does not make it a victory. Today, we find ourselves fighting in Iraq. Nobody in their right mind would call what's happening in Iraq a winning situation. Over 4,000 Americans have lost their life. Many, many more thousands, even tens of thousands of Iraqis have lost their life. That's not to even speak of the British and the Australians and the Japanese and whoever else who have lost their life. None to point to a victory for the United States. Afghanistan is a quagmire. It is a loss. The world is seeing that America's military is not the military muscle that it was in years past. If something else goes into array or disarray, that America has to respond militarily, the military just have no more military to respond. As you can see this picture that is next to me, we see people who happen to be black taking Jesus, who also happens to be black, down from the cross. Most people would say, why are these people depicted as black people? That's because if you look at Revelations, first chapter, verses 13 through 15, Jesus is described as having feet as bronze that had been burnt unto a furnace. Bronze in its natural state is bronze or brown. If it's burned into a furnace, then his feet were black as the ace of spade. If Jesus' feet were black, then the rest of his body also was black. We do not know how Jesus looked, but we do know that Jesus is not the white person that is depicted in the Sistine Chapel. America has got to start facing the truth. The youth are ready for the truth. The youth are ready for change. The deception that America has been selling to the world as right by might has become bankrupt. We must accept the truth. And this is an effort to get us to accept the truth. Because if we accept the truth, then there's a chance that America will not be put on the cross and crucified as Jesus was. Jesus has already died for our salvation. There's no need for us to do that anymore. Will America accept the change or get caught up in its current? The choice is ours. What will we choose? This is how I see it. Thank you for listening to Ajabu Speaks.